everybody, what's going on? This is episode 7 of Talking Rainbows. We're talking puppies. Ba 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 ba. I'm thinking about changing it. I really am. I'm sorry.
Maybe I can do it. We're talking rainbows and we're talking puppies. Ba 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 bass. There we go.
We just changed genres completely.
Yeah, I was going for more like a maybe early '90s thing. Talking rainbows and talking puppies. Oh. Go like all Pearl Jam on it.
Talking rainbows. We're talking rainbows and we're also talking puppies. I know who I want to take me home. I'm sorry. That's another 90s reference.
Or maybe we can. Well, we should. No, but we should be creative with that one from now on. Maybe instead of changing it, go with like different genres, like sing it in different ways. Yeah.
Here we're talking rainbows and we're talking puppies. Ba 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 ba, bitch, or something like that. I don't know.
It's like boom, boom, like it's like a Ray B, and we're talking rainbows. We're talking. Oh wait, we can do like a metal thing. Maybe I'll do like one like we're talking rainbows and we're talking puppies. Da 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 da.
Ba 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 ba.
Brutal.
What's in the bag?
Sorry, we spent too long on that.
No, it's fine. It's fun. It's fun. It's because I like it, but I mean it's the title of the show, but still,
Yeah.
All right, welcome to episode 7 of Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies. I hope it's the right episode. I don't have it written down right now. If it's not, I'll fix it because I'll be all day. It's episode 7. It's episode 7. It's episode 7. Then I go and upload it. It's like, oh, it's episode 6. Shit.
No, I'll be like episode 7.
Yeah.
All awkward.
It'll be like, welcome to episode 7 of Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies.
If this was like done video wise, I think what we'd have on that joke is like talking rainbows and talking puppies episode. Put hand over mouth.
Like Stephen Colbert.
Yeah. then have it obviously dubbed over.
Like have a completely different voice come out. 7.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on this episode. Today we're going to be reviewing Monster.
Bleh.
Blah, blah, blah.
I don't know.
He does not say blah, blah, blah. But before we get started in the review, I just wanted to give a quick thank you, a super mega thank you to Brian H. Kim over on Twitter. I told myself I wouldn't start promoting the podcast until we got several episodes done. First it was 3, and then I decided, no, we're going to go with 5. But I waited until we did 6 episodes for me to go on Twitter, on Reddit, and just let people know, hey, I made a podcast for Star vs. the Force of Evil, to get us through the hiatus so, it doesn't seem as long or as bad. It's something to do for fun, we're doing it because we enjoy it. And I reached out to Adam MacArthur, reached out to Darren F's, he reached out to Brian H. Kim, and he was the first one to reply. He said he said it was fun. He thought it was great. He didn't mind the swearing. And according to Tumblr, not many of you mind so much. So yay for me, motherfuckers.
I thought you were gonna be like, and to anyone who actually minds the swearing, fuck the fucking fuckers.
Okay.
This is actually the first episode that I cussed, by the way.
It is, and it's probably going to be the last for a while, because I have a potty mouth, but Bacon's clean. He's good.
Yes, I'm so fresh and so clean.
Yeah, he's brushing. Brushes are fresh and clean. That reminds me of the Daily Show, where he's like, if we don't do something about climate change, all of our country will be under the sea. Under the sea. Down where it's wetter, here where it's better. Why are you all smiling? This is serious.
Wait.
That was a funny joke. That was a legit funny joke.
Yes.
So, yeah, he seems like a really cool dude. You know, he's not shy around the fandom. Like he has a Tumblr where he posts up audio clips of the music he does for Star. So it'd be great to have him on the show. I don't know if he would if we would do an interview or if we just shoot the breeze or if we do an episode review with him as like the third man because I think that would be fun. But it's really up to him. And my biggest fear is I don't want to get him into trouble, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid Disney's going to be like WWE and be like, oh, you said this? Fuck you, you're fired. It's like, whoa, calm down. Or,
Yes.
you did this without letting us know? Up yours. Like, whoa, calm down. I was just talking to a couple nerds. Calm your tits.
They're like, how dare you?
Did they
That's
just eat him?
Yes, they just consumed him because Disney now owns everything.
Yeah.
I don't know how that joke works, but just whatever. It was a swing and a miss, possibly.
Yeah. Dear Disney, please don't attack us. Please don't eat us. We're sorry. We're just making jokes. Yeah, we're nerds. Please don't beat us up. Okay, but Darren Nefsey, the creator of Star versus of the Forces of Evil, also replied to my Twitter, and she said that was it was pretty cool that we did this. She hasn't responded to any more of my tweets, but you know, we'll see, because that is the ultimate goal, to have her on the show, the one who started it all.
Yes. The mind of Star.
The what?
The mind of Star.
The mind of Star.
And the heart.
You always laugh when I do that. Everyone always laughs when I do that.
It's such an odd sound. I don't know why anyone anywhere would do that sound at all.
What does it sound like to you? Because to me, it sounds like a little roar, like a little velociraptor going.
It sounds. It always reminds me of Vince McMahon. So.
Yeah. Like, I'm surprised he doesn't just gargle and spit every time he does that.
Savior.
And you know, our Tumblr page is always open. The asks section is always open, so you can ask whatever you want. And yes, you can also ask anonymously because I don't know. But yeah, and someone on our Tumblr page asked, you know, if we were going to do anything else aside from episode reviews. And in the early episodes, I said that my plan was actually to do episode reviews every other week. And every other week when we're not doing an episode review, do like a character discussion or an interview or analysis, you know, any of those things. But when I heard the rumors that Star might be back at around March, I looked at the calendar, and if we did it that way, we wouldn't get all the episode reviews done in time.
Mm.
So instead, we're going to do all the episode reviews first, and then any other discussions or analysis or even, you know, any other episodes ideas will wait until after, you know, sort of to fill up time. But that's the current plan right now, so.
Of course, it's subject to change.
Yeah, of course. It's always subject to change. We're doing this on a week-by-week basis, and we're learning as we go. That's why in some of the early episodes we had a bit of sometimes we had like minor technical issues.
Mm-hmm.
But we're learning as we go. If you want to help us make a more professional production, there's always the link to the Patreon page. It's to my Patreon, so it'll really help us out because I got to use SoundCloud Pro, and that's like $15 a month. But if you know, if Disney wants to throw a couple $100, you know, a week, I could officially make this podcast PG. You know, just throwing that out there. Get that sweet Mickey Mouse money.
Give me 1 split second, really fast. You can edit this out. There we go.
What was that?
No, I was just changing my phone from sound to silent.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's get started with the review because I think we've wasted enough time.
Yes.
Okay, let's get started with the actual review. This episode is Monster Arm. Now, back earlier in the year, for some reason, I got after they showed the first episode, this episode along with the other foreign exchange student was also uploaded, but with like Spanish subtitles. It was uploaded to the internet, and I was like, so the first time I watched it, I missed some of the, like I didn't understand some of the lines.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kept, but now that we are watching in this order, it makes a little bit more sense. Like for example, since this episode, it was the first episode and then this one, I had no idea who Jackie Lynn Thomas was, or that Marco had a crush on her. So later on the episode when Monster Arm goes, we're gonna get Jackie Lynn Thomas to like you, I was like, who the fuck is that? So,
Who is Jackie?
okay, but no. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, so the episode starts when Marco is practicing his karate, and then Star walks across the room and sees him like karate chop a plank of wood, and she's like, "Yeah, you hate wood too? Yeah, wood's the worst." I'm like, "Grr." I'm like, "What happened to you? Did wood pick on you in junior high? What's the deal?"
Well, of course, she had a best friend named Plank.
And then he's like, "I'm gonna steal your boyfriend, Tom." It's like, Plank, why, Plank? Why? Because only I can get morning wood. Oh,
that joke is it's that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh God, that's horrible.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the only joke I can think of on the fly because it's wood. It's a 2x4.
Plank, why do you have to? Oh no. Tom broke up with Plank because the relationship was too wooden.
Oh.
But you break that wood. You break that plank of wood.
Yeah, wood's the worst. And then she just goes in the room, gets another plank of wood, and backbreaker breaks her across her knee.
Yes. Yes, apparently this wood hate is part of Star.
Cultural differences from Muni. I don't know.
Possibly. In Muni, they have a day where they just hate on wood, And sometimes there's a day where they just knock on wood. Knock, knock, knock on wood. Yeah.
Baby. Who? Knock on wood.
You got the reference.
Yes, I did. Of course I got the reference. But what really gets me, what I thought was hilarious, was when Marco's like, "No, I'm just practicing for my Tansudo tournament." Starts like, "Oh." And then he starts explaining about martial arts, and I love how she's listening so intently, like she's hanging on to every word she's saying. Like you could see her nodding, going, "Yeah,
What the heck is wrong with her?
Like, yeah, she's listening so intently to what he's saying. I just thought it was so odd.
Yeah. Maybe it would have been a little bit interesting if Marco just kind of made it like simplistic, martial arts good, wood bad, martial arts good.
Obey my dog.
Obey the laser shooting dog. Well, from their eyes, the Cyclops dogs. What do we call those?
that makes it sound like the dogs only have one eye.
I know that's the problem, but like I'm thinking
they're laser puppies. They always just call them laser puppies.
But they're not made of laser. Whatever. That works. I was thinking...
laser is the pronoun. No, it's not pronoun. It's an adjective. I'm sorry. I have an English minor. Puppies is the noun, and laser is the adjective. But what you're saying is that because laser is the adjective to puppies, it's making it sound like the puppies are in fact made of laser.
Yes.
English. Because school, kids.
Because school. Just look at the adjective. School.
Kevin Nash is a dude. Okay, that's it. Oh, man. So Marco gets all riled up because he wants to he wants to beat this guy named Jeremy. And
Oh, you see, Star, martial arts is all about honor and discipline. Which is why I'm gonna kick Jeremy Birnbaum's butt!
Jeremy Birnbaum? Isn't that the talking bear that used to rummage through my parents' garbage?
He's just this creep in my dojo who's only any good because his rich parents buy him fancy equipment and private lessons. But Saturday, he's gonna get a taste of this!
his name is kind of funny, Jeremy Birnbaum. It's just because of the J and the E in the first name and then the two B's in the second name. Jeremy Birnbaum. I was like, that's an odd name. And then when Star said, Jeremy Birnbaum, isn't that the talking bear who rummaged through my parents' garbage? I'm like, that's exactly what I was thinking. It sounds like a fucking talking cartoon bear.
Sounds like a bear. You know, bears can... I'm not even going to do that shit.
Hey.
You know where I was going with that.
Hey, Jeremy, this looks like I get a picnic basket.
Why are we so lame?
Why are we so lame, Yogi? Hey, Jeremy, I heard you're gonna beat up Marco Diaz. I'll be rooting for you. But yeah, that's the same thing I thought. It's like, that's a silly sounding name. It sounds like the name for a cartoon animal.
Mm-hmm.
But Marco's like, he's just this creep in my dojo who's only any good because his rich parents buy him fancy lessons and nice equipment. I'm like, you have a house in Southern California. I think your parents are pretty well off too.
Yeah, so maybe and like buy extra lessons. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, like I don't like the fancy equipment I get, but the private lessons, I'm like, I mean, Marco practiced a lot at home. I mean, he's too good to just be a green belt or whatever.
No, with the impossible kick and everything.
Yeah, with that impossible inverted Pele kick. We're talking about wrestling. We're not talking about soccer. Just
Yeah.
Google it. AJ Styles. Just Google it.
Yeah.
So Marco gets all riled up about being Jeremy that he tries to break Blake. He tries to Blake.
Blake.
And I'm a voice actor. Boo.
And you're thinking about Ruby right now, aren't you?
Hey, I'm thinking about Blake in those jeans. Anyway, so he tries to break 3 planks of wood at once, but instead he ends up hurting his arm. And it's funny because when it shows a close up on the cast, it's like it's all signed and stuff. But if you really look at it, you could tell that the only person who signed it was Star, because it says Star, it says get well soon, but it also has little rainbows, has little spiders, little like clouds and hearts. Like the only reason no one else signed Marco's cast was because Star like scribbled all over it.
Yeah. So, that's something. Just draw all over the cast, make like play some Sudoku on that. Just have all the...
She like Star's just there in Marco's elbow. It's like, the 7 can't be here. Oh, Sudoku, I hate/love you.
I would never expect you to reference that show.
Well, I don't like it as much as you do, but still, it's not bad. It's not like I hate it or anything. Besides, it's a good reference. It's a good joke.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cute, but at the same time, it's like, how do you think that scene played out? It's like Marco's there, comes out of the hospital, and it's like, and then like Marco's mom is like, "Hey Star, why don't you sign Marco's cast?" And they're like, "Why?" Well, to cheer someone up when they break their arm or like whatever, when they have a cast, we usually sign their cast and it says write down get well soon or something, And Star's like, "Hey, great idea," and she just goes crazy and he's like, "Sweetie, you're supposed to leave space for other people to sign as well." Yeah, I know. Okay.
So why not?
Yeah, so why not? So Marco has his arm broken, and Star's still playing with the wand. Pigtails, ponytail, pigtails, ponytail.
Hmm.
And I swear, she's doing pigtails, ponytail, pigtails, ponytail, but like she does it one time and like braids come out. I'm like, that is neither pigtails nor ponytail. Not that I would know. No, I know.
No.
I live with like 2 girls. Of course I know.
Yeah.
Ugh, this is a nightmare. If I can't fight Jeremy, he'll say I wussed out and you'll never let me live it down.
Pigtails, ponytail. Pigtails, ponytail. Pigtails.
Wait a minute. You have a wand. You could just fix my hand.
You know, that sort of spell's not really in my comfort zone. Oh, but if you like, I can give you a pretty wicked set of pigtails.
Pigtails?
Personally, I thought the pigtails looked good, but just throwing that out there.
I was more of a fan of the ponytail, to be honest. But the pigtails look good too. The one I wasn't too keen on was the braids. I thought they just looked kind of weird. I guess I just like it better when Star's hair is just out there, you know?
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, maybe we'll get fan art of Star in different haircuts, like an Elsa Frozen braid or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the Anna pigtails or whatever.
Yeah, or maybe like the. Dang, why? Like I had someone else. Well, like there's someone else who has like a very noticeable hairstyle.
God knows how many fictional characters.
Yeah, I don't know why I lost like completely. I was like, I had a character in mind that was just boom.
Especially in anime.
Yeah.
Like their haircuts are ridiculous. But then you see pictures of like celebrities in Japan. I'm like, damn, no wonder they make ridiculous haircuts for animated characters. You all trying to pull off ridiculous haircuts.
Yeah, so why not?
Yeah, why not? Go ahead and try. And so Marco's kind of bummed out that he can't fight Jeremy, and he's all like, oh, Jeremy's gonna give me shit, saying, hey, you wussed out. And he's like, hey, why don't you just fix my arm with magic? She's like, yeah, I'm not really good at that sort of spells, but if you want, I could give you pigtails. He's like, ugh. So she pulls out the magic instruction book. Thanks for waiting till the 7th episode. But yeah, she pulls out the magic instruction book and tries to look up a spell.
Yeah.
And of course she picks the first one she finds, and it's like, oh, it's written in an ancient language. It's like, and I swear, the words, like, they're in some made-up fakey Star Wars language. But but you could tell it's based off the words release, demon, and infection.
Unless I could look up a bone healing spell in the magic instruction book that came with the wand.
What? This whole time, you had a magic instruction book?
Yep. Whenever a previous owner of the wand mastered a spell, they scribbled it down in here. But it's a complete disorganized mess. It's gonna take me forever to find... Oh, here it is.
Really?
It's in an ancient language. Relicio Demonius Investica!
I can feel it working! My fingers are tingling!
Don't worry, there must be a spell in here that can change it back. I can fix it!
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no. Because that's 3 words you want to hear together.
This spell sounds good. Explodio Heart Death. Come on. It's not the exact same words, but you get the idea. It's like you see those 3 words, it's like together, it's like, nah, I should probably not.
Yeah. It's like, what? Hey, I'm going to try a new spell. Penis. A lot of. Root canal. It's like, no. It's not 3 things you want to hear together.
Yeah, so I could maybe turn the page, go to a different spell.
Yeah. Okay, what's another stupid one? I got one. It's like, horrible-is, not funny-is, John Cena. Boring, bland, Matthew Broderick. It's like, hi, I'm Matthew Broderick. No!
Yes, and of course the other one, mint ice cream. No.
Ah,
Oh.
square pizza.
What's wrong with this crazy state?
One day you'll reach an age where you learn to appreciate all kinds of pizza. I can't believe you missed that the first time we watched the episode where he peeks into the room and she goes, and Sapphire goes, he's not gonna like that. It's square.
Yeah, I missed that, but then watching it again, it was hilarious. Wait, speaking of mint ice cream, I'm not sure if this would be a good transition to talk about the thing that Star was eating during lunch.
Well, we haven't even gotten to the actual monster arm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she casts a spell and like a tentacle comes out, and it's just wiggling around everywhere.
It's a disgusting tentacle with like
You
ew and stuff.
motherfuckers disgust me. But whatever.
Wow.
So Star tries to find a spell to reverse it, but she can't, so she stays up all night trying to, and they go to school the next day because they kind of have to. And that's when Star's eating lunch.
Oh yeah. I was like,
You're the one who brought it up.
I know, but I forgot. It was like Star, and I just imagined myself kind of like with this straight face, kind of like, yeah, it's it, yeah. I have no idea. Yeah. What's up?
I'm sorry, just the first thing that came to mind was Frozen, where he goes, hi, I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs. Oh, Olaf. And he's just like, and you are... It's like, oh, right, my name.
Right.
Or like in one of the very like early episodes of Family Guy, with that horrible commercial of, Mom, have you ever felt not so fresh? It's like, what? Oh. No, I haven't. And it just ends the commercial right there.
That's incredibly awkward.
Yeah, it's...
But it's kind of awkward that Star's eating ice cream.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. So, like, what do people in Southern California have for lunch? I mean, I know the public school system isn't super great, but when I went to school, I mostly had, like, these cheap cafeteria burgers.
Yeah.
So Star, like, eats an ice cream cone, and Marco eats a bowl of Jell-O for lunch. What?
Maybe it's the dessert and they already had the lunch, possibly.
So you get up a second time for dessert? Like you
Yeah.
get up, make a first round, be like, now I want dessert, and then you go back and get it?
Possibly. I don't know. I mean, I don't live in California.
I just thought it was weird. That's the only reason I brought it up. I just thought it was kind of weird. That, oh, you're just eating. Everyone else get to have a full fucking meal, like a complete balanced lunch.
Yeah.
It starts like ice cream, like just ice cream. It's like, what are you, 4?
What are you? Oh, what type of ice cream was she eating?
Mint chocolate chip? I don't know. It was green.
I wish it was like, purple, brown, and white. She was like eating some Neapolitan.
What we have here is a Neapolitan call, which means I get to eat as many Neapolitans as I can find.
I love that.
We're making a lot of 90s references this episode.
Star episode 6 or 7. This one's gonna have a lot of 90s references.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the Tumblr description. So, also we get to see who apparently is the school bully, Lars, and he's just bullying Francis.
Yeah, Lars, the 32-year-old bully.
Yeah, they Dawson Creek that shit.
Yeah, like he looked really massive and older than all the others.
Yeah, he's huge. He has a deep voice, and he has I swear he has a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, I was like, aren't they freshmen or something? Like, what?
Yeah, aren't Star and Marco freshmen? They're 14, so.
Uh, it's like, I failed, ninth grade.
A lot.
It's like, I failed ninth grade about 10 or 12 times.
At what point do you just say, yeah, that's it, you're not. At what point do you just give up? It's like, dude, you're not going to pass the ninth grade. Just go do anything else.
But maybe Lars was just really persistent. He was like, no, man, I'm going to pass the ninth grade or die trying.
Well, God have mercy on your soul. It just reminds me of Clerks, the animated series, another 90s reference.
Yep.
When Jay and Silent Bob are there, and there's a little kid, and he's like, there he goes, the baddest kid in the 4th grade. He's 26. He got held back a lot.
Yeah. You might as well just throw in another 90s reference where it turns out that, I don't even know if this would work, but basically from, what is it, Family Guy, the episode where Peter goes hunting with Chris. You know what part I'm referring to when it's about his life flashing before his eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's like,
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mr. Griffin. You passed the 4th grade. Oh, thanks a lot. I have to go. I'm going to go hunting with my son.
That's probably what it is.
I thought you were gonna make the other reference where Peter pretends to be Lando Griffin, the new kid in town.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, that works too.
Both of those work perfectly.
They both work.
But that maybe we'll see which one. I'll ask the fans, which one do you think Lars is? Do you think he's like Lando Griffin, or do you think he just repeated one grade a lot?
So the monster arm beats up Lars and rescues Francis. And it's like, yeah, you saved Francis. It's like, aye, sir, I'm in your debt. And Ferguson just, bam, knocks the fuck out of him, knocks him off screen hard. It's like, you're a hero. It's like, I'm like, fucking Ferguson hurt Francis a lot more than Lars did.
Basically.
By knocking him the hell off screen. And then Jackie's all like, hey, can I check out that arm? And it's like, sure. Jazz like, I want this arm to be my boyfriend. And Hope's like, me too. And I'm like, Jackie, Jana, and Hope have all seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Yeah, they're really, I don't know what it is, but that they really like that arm.
Yeah, they seem way too enthusiastic about that monster arm.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's like, we learned something about you guys now.
Character development, I guess.
Yeah.
You perverted millennials disgust me. But what I thought was really weird, and I keep thinking about it because I just find it so odd, because I know this is gonna sound weird, but I actually did graduate college, and I have a bachelor's degree in theater with a concentration in TV and film. So I know why certain filmmakers do certain things in their movies or TV shows. So it kind of bugs me that after the whole, tentacle arm thing, they just got a shot of Francis just panting heavily, just and they stayed on that shot for several seconds. So I thought it was it wasn't an extreme close up, but it was a close up of Francis just staring intently and panting heavily. So I'm like, good God, what is this? Is this foreshadowing? Does Francis want? My first thought was that it was foreshadowing. Francis wants a monster arm, for himself, or he wants that one.
Uh,
So that was my, like, it just kept bugging me in the back of my head. I was like, what is up with this one shot? But then I was also thinking it could just be padding.
yeah.
But if it's padding, why do that, specifically? Why not do anything else? Because animation is very difficult, right?
Yeah.
It's a long pain in the ass process. So why are you going to choose to do that specifically out of anything else? Especially if you were just going to do some padding.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing this out there as a theory that maybe a future episode concerning Monster Arm will involve Francis somehow. But, maybe not. I could be 100% wrong.
Yeah.
It's just that shot is just really weird. It's just really creepy, and they stay on it for a little too long for my taste. So it's good.
Honestly, I would have preferred if they stayed on maybe the ice cream. That could work too. Bam.
Or maybe if they stayed on Jackie, Jenna, and Hope playing with the damn monster arm.
Yeah. That would be nice.
But we already got into that, so let's move on to the next point.
Yeah.
So, they cut to Star's room and Marco's poking at the monster arm while Star's trying to find a spell to turn it back to normal. And she sort of finds one, but she can't get the last word right, so she keeps trying on potted plants and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then after practicing all night, she finally gets it right. And I swear to God, the words are return arm normal.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. But they say it all fakey, magic-ease or whatever.
They say it with a lot of O's. Returnio, the armio, back to normio.
Yeah, it's kind of like when a white person doesn't know Spanish and tries to pretend he does. It's like when Brad Pitt doesn't know Spanish and pretends to know. It's like, I need this trucko to get back to El Towno.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, God. How can you do this? How can you make a movie called The Mexican starring Brad Pitt?
No idea.
It's like The Last Samurai starring, Tom Cruise.
Oh man, I am so tempted to complete that joke. You know where I'm going with
Yes, please
you
don't.
know what I'm
We're gonna get in so much trouble.
I can't say that.
Don't say it, please. We're gonna get so much trouble. We're gonna lose all our listeners.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna complete that. But I'm gonna laugh at it.
Just Google the Chappelle Show.
If you're curious as to.
For some of you, it's a little before your time for some of you. Because the Chappelle Show was released early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Early to mid 2000s.
Yeah, around 2003, 2004.
Yeah, it might be a little too far back for some of our listeners,
Mm-hmm.
Hell, the 90s might be way too far back for some of our listeners.
Yeah.
But hey, Clarissa will explain it all. And I swear, that joke just went over somebody's head. It's like, what the fuck is Clarissa? Why will she explain it all? Why would I care? How is it a thing?
Look, it's just this and all that, just whatever.
Yeah, it's all that.
Oh man,
Oh, the nostalgia is killing me.
The 90s episode of Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies.
So Star finally finds a way to return the arm to normal, and she goes to show Marco, but Marco's like, I'm going to use the arm to beat the hell out of Jeremy. And she's like, that's not fair. And they get into an argument, which is healthy, but still, it's cool. Yeah. It's cool, It's good and it's bad. It's cool to see them argue because they're not going to get along all the time. But at the same time, come on. It's like my two favorite people on the show.
Yeah. They're arguing about the beating that Jeremy's going to get. He deserves it.
Yeah. If it's ever too quiet, all I have to do is do that little Vince McMahon roar and everyone laughs.
Yes.
So it turns out the monster arm can't talk. Yeah. And he goes, she's just jealous. You don't need her. I can give you everything you want. Mario's like, why are you talking? He's like, you are top on the list of things that can talk but shouldn't.
What?
It's like,
It's like,
so yeah, like I said earlier, it's like this episode was uploaded after the first one, so I had no idea what he meant. Where he's like, we're gonna get Jackie Lynn Thomas to like you. I'm like, the fuck is that?
it's like, we're gonna get Jackie Lynn Thomas to like you. Who's Jackie again?
It's like, who?
That one chick.
Which one? There were like 3. The
Oh.
one, the one with the pear thing, the blue one. The seashell necklace, Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, now you know.
I'm imagining that conversation right now.
I know, and it's hilarious. He's like, first we're gonna beat up that little punk Jeremy. It's like, yeah, foreshadowing. Then we're gonna get Jackie Lynn Thomas to like you. Then we're gonna destroy all humans and feast on their bowels. What was that last one? Win the tournament.
Oh man, I would have liked it if he was just like, first we're gonna beat up little Jeremy, and then we're gonna get Jackie to like you. Then we're gonna have all the power, I forgot the line, but all the free chicken.
He's like, what was that last one? Win the tournament.
You didn't say that. Shut up.
Do you want to do this or not? It's like, fine, okay. Yeah, don't
All
give me
right.
any attitude.
It's like, you want to do this? Yeah. All right then.
All right then.
Let's do it.
All right
Let's
then.
do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. Are you stoked? I'm stoked. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do it. It's only a bike ride away.
Yeah, totally. Oh wait, but it's not till like another hour.
Oh.
That awkward.
I probably should have revealed that I can talk until 5 minutes before the tournament. I probably should have waited until we got there.
Timing is not my best suit.
But Star came in. You guys were arguing. I thought maybe I should, help you out.
I don't know. Just reveal myself. Look, I could talk. Oh my God, I could talk.
I'm on your side. Just don't worry about her. She'll be fine. Just give her some time to cool off. So girls at that age, they need their space. So. We just turned Monster Arm very helpful.
Yeah.
He's very concerned about this relationship. He wants it to work.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, Ship Starko, what are you going to do about it?
Why not?
But speaking of that, Star still went to Marco's karate thing anyway, even though they did argue and she was still kind of mad at him. I just thought that was really sweet. So.
Yeah, that was really sweet. But she was out through most of it anyway because
she fell asleep through most of it anyway. I love that line though. I love her little rant, her little half asleep rant. It's like, how was that for 2 nights trying to fix his monster arm, and then he gets mad, and then I gotta come here and watch him karate, But I freaking love that Dojo Sensei. Like, I don't know why, but the first shot of him makes it look like his eyes are derped.
Oh yeah.
It's like, when Sensei looks at me, he sees a warrior. Well, actually, he sees a warrior in a snack machine.
I knew you were gonna do.
I love that joke. I'm always gonna make it.
There's no mercy in this dojo.
We don't even know what a dojo is.
No mercy. Papa beats up a dude.
It's like in My Little Pony when Derp, where it's like, there's Derpy and the doctor. Whenever Derpy looks at the doctor, she sees a friend. Well, mostly she sees a friend and a muffin, but you get my point.
Yeah,
because of her eyes.
explains the joke, makes it less funny.
I'm sorry. But hey, I don't know if everyone who listens watches MLP, you know? There's some people who just flat out hate it. It's like, whoa, calm down, it's just a cartoon.
Uh,
But yeah. And then we get the big reveal. And I swear, aside from the foreshadowing with Monster Arm, this entire episode was just leading up to this one joke. That Jeremy Birnbaum, the creep who keeps picking on Marco at his karate lessons, is just some fucking 8-year-old.
he's just an 8-year-old kid.
He's just some snotty little brat who's like half his age and half his size.
Uh,
And
but he has all those.
But what?
But he has all those private lessons.
And fancy equipment. But he is a brat. Like, he is definitely a brat. Like, no joke. He's like, his mom's there like, we love you, son. It's like, shut it, mom. It's like, whoa. You are so glad you're not, Hispanic. Otherwise, chancla.
Yeah, that would have not ended well.
That would have not ended well.
Just, I can imagine it now. It's like, you're like, sweet. Shut up, mom. Chocolate, like in one hand already.
Just like that. And that's because she was wearing high heels. So I have no idea where the chocolate came from.
Just after you.
Like, if Marco gets you first, then I'm next. So yeah. Turns out, like, that big reveal, all the build-up, this entire episode was all building up to Jeremy. Just Jeremy. Then it turns out to be some snot-nosed punk kid. And it's funny, but at the same time, I can relate, because I've also had, like, little kids pick on me. Of course, not recently, but I mean, like, way back in, like, what? Elementary and junior high?
Yeah.
So yeah, I know the feeling. And it's terrible because he's a little kid, so you can't really do anything to him. Because like he's being a little dick, but as soon as you try like stand up to him, it's like, hey, you're the bad guy. You should know better. Like, well, take your little kid and put him in a cage or something. God.
Despite all his rage, he's still just a rat in a cage, you know?
Despite all his rage, he's still just a rat in a cage. Is that another 90s reference?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I'm not sure exactly when that song came out.
Yeah, that was 90s. I believe it was 94? I think it's early 90s.
Early to mid 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
So, he introduces Jeremy and introduces Marco, Diaz, and I just thought of something.
Mm.
What kind of sensei puts like an 8-year-old against a 14-year-old? Like that was the first round of the tournament.
Oh, I guess. I have no idea, actually.
Also, are those the only 2 students who showed up?
They're like, the other students are in the back, you know. Yeah, just chilling or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they're in the gorilla position.
Yeah. Gorilla.
That's a wrestling reference.
What?
Yeah, the gorilla position. That's where, it's right behind the entrance.
Oh, yeah, right.
Like,
oh, my God.
How do you... Really?
Yeah, like, swoosed over my head.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
And the thing is, not only do you pit an 8-year-old against a 14-year-old, but the 14-year-old has this giant sentient tentacle. And the only thing the sensei says is, yeah, pretty cool, right?
No, it's pretty cool.
Like,
I enjoy seeing kids beat each other.
I mean, why do you think I started this? and everyone else's reaction, like in the audience, is also priceless because Jeremy's dad, or at least I assume that's his dad, is just like, now that's an appendage.
Oh yeah.
Go back and rewatch that scene, and don't pay attention to Jeremy's parents. There is a lady, like on the upper left corner, like right above Jeremy's parents, and she is looking very interested. at that monster arm. And all I can think of is that one lady has seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
It's like,
Yeah, she like with her fingernail in her teeth, and she's like,
seriously.
Seriously, go back and watch it. She's like really interested. Like, I'll be talking rainbows and puppies with you. That's another horrible joke. I'm sorry. That one lady, damn.
That one lady is like, oh man.
Again, she also seems too enthusiastic about that monster arm.
Yeah, it's her. Yeah, it's like, is there something you want to tell the rest of us?
Yeah, or maybe just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
All right, and then let's see. So the monster arm beats Jeremy, like literally beats him, and Point Diaz, which I thought was one of the funniest jokes in the episode.
And that's when Marco can say, "I conquered Jeremy. My client, Marco Diaz, conquered Jeremy." Insert last name here.
Burn
Burba.
Burn bomb.
Burn bomb.
Burn bomb.
Burba.
Burn bomb.
Burn bomb?
It's a stupid last name.
It's a really dumb last name.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry. So he beats him and he's like, yeah, take that. We're your private lessons now, huh? Suck it. The monster arm's like, now let's eat his bowels. I'm like, dude, people shit there, okay? You don't want to do that. It's like, no, I really do.
It adds a unique flavor to the bowels.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. So Marco's like, Star was right about you. You are a bad influence. So they try to change it back to normal, but Star's asleep. Alfonso and Ferguson wake her up, splash some water in her, and she finally he's too wiggly, he keeps jumping around. So Marco sees all the little arms and stuff on the floor, so he knocks himself down to the floor. The arms hold him down, and they change it back to normal. But as he's disappearing, he says, "I'm part of you now. You'll never be rid of me. You can treat the symptoms, but you can never cure the virus." And it's like, ugh. And that's why I said earlier that the words for the monster arm sounded like release demon infection. Because it's like he's in there. And there's a little bit of foreshadowing too, because in the opening in the opening sequence where it shows right before it shows the title, where it shows all the characters, Monstarm is there. And,
really?
Yeah, he's there. He's in the corner.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and see it. So not only is Monstarm in the opening title sequence, but in Storm the Castle, the season finale, when Star's like, "Hey, why don't you give it a try?" Marco looks at his arm and gets a quick flash of the monster arm. He's like, "No, I'm good." So yeah, we're gonna get some more episodes of him. Just not this season.
Yeah, he's like, "You can't get rid of me. I'm the baddest of the business."
What?
Business?
Business? 3 syllables?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so yeah, that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And when he goes back to normal, the sensei is disappointed at both of them, for Marco using a monster arm and for Jeremy hiding gold knuckles in his little glove or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Brass knuckles. Knuckles.
Brass. They're gold. Wouldn't that make them softer? You know what? Whatever. They're both a kind of metal.
It's technically cheating.
Yeah. You have brought shame and dishonor to this great and noble sport. It's a sad day for strip Maldozos everywhere. It's like, yes, you have great dishonor to the dojo between the Walgreens across the street from the Whataburger. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's California. So you have brought great shame to the dojo next to the Walgreens behind the In-N-Out Burger.
It's more accurate.
Yeah, it's a little more accurate. So and then Mark is like, I'm sorry, I should listen to you. Star's like, okay. And what really got me too is Ferguson just goes, what a turd. I'm like, they say the word turd a lot in this show. I mean, like I said, it was the first episode and then this one. So I saw Party with a Pony and then this one right after. So I was like, they got away with saying turd a lot.
They say it once per episode.
They don't. I think this is the last time they say it.
Maybe they get like a turd counter. Like they say it like a certain amount of times and then they can't say it anymore.
Yeah, I guess. So they used it all up in the first episode, in the second episode?
Possibly, yeah.
The worst is... I can't do it. I was going to do that voice of Shelly from South Park, but I can't do it.
I can't do it either.
I'm not even going to try. So yeah, and that's whoosh, and that's it. That's the episode.
Mhm.
That's Monster Arm. Bacon, final thoughts?
Well, overall for me for this episode of Monster Arm, it's very interesting, but we do get to actually I'm still kind of baffled by the idea that they do have Monster Arm kind of still there. Like he is going to be part of Marco and it's like a little bit of a the infection that Marco has now.
Yeah.
So Star kind of did something a little changing here,
Yeah.
So for me, with just this episode, it's pretty fun to watch. So I guess if I had to give it a rating of from 1 through 10, I guess I'll give it a good 8.25.
All right, that's cool.
Mhm.
I also really like this episode. I think it's very funny. There are a lot of jokes that I just skipped over just to summarize the episode and get to the bullet points. But yeah, there are a lot of funny visual jokes, especially with the monster arm just flopping around everywhere. We're introduced to the monster arm, which is another antagonistic character. We're also introduced to... unfortunately, we're also introduced to Lars, who I don't like as a character, because like you said, Bacon, it was like, what, the 32-year-old bully?
Yeah.
And very one-dimensional, very flat, very bleh. So mostly throughout the first season, they just use him for like throwaway jokes here and there. Like, I think he's only appeared twice. And I hope they keep it that way, I don't want an episode focused on him at all, Like, I hope they better not have a Day in the Limelight episode for him, because he's just terrible.
Yeah.
The less the better. And what else are we interested in? Oh yeah, we're introduced to Jeremy, who is just I think I said in the previous review for School Spirit that Brittany was sort of like Star's earthly nemesis,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to Ludo, who's like her fantastic fantasy nemesis.
Yeah.
I think Jeremy also plays the same role, but for Marco. He's the nemesis for the slice of life. Bleh. Sorry, I have a tooth infection, so it's hurting my ability to speak well. So Jeremy's like sort of Marco's earthly nemesis for the slice of life stories.
No.
He doesn't appear too much, but he is thrown in like every once in a while. I don't like him. I don't enjoy his character, but at the same time, we're really not supposed to, because that's kind of the point. And I heard someone on Tumblr said, "Oh, I hope that Jeremy and Marco sort of have this like big brother little brother relationship." I'm like, no, I really hope they don't do that, because they already made his character way too unlikable to try to give him that sort of redemption thing. So no. I mean, granted, I understand where they're coming from, because when I was a little kid, I always sort of wanted like an older dude to sort of be my sort of like mentor, big brother thing, but it didn't. No one was really interested in the role, so no.
Mm.
But yeah, they already made Jeremy too unlikable. They already established that you're not supposed to like him.
Mm.
So there's that. Not every unlikable character is gonna be Pacifica. Like they're gonna be unlikable at first, and then they make her better. So yeah, let's not do that, guys. Okay, let's not put that expectation on every unlikable character we see.
Yeah.
I mean, if you still want to, that's fine, but it's just not working for me.
True.
So yeah, that's what I thought of the episode. I still think it's very funny, and it's not my favorite, but it's definitely up there in the top 5. In my fave 5.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I love it. Alliteration is fun.
It is.
So
It is.
the next episode, that's our review. Remember, our Ask box is always open. The Patreon page is there, and if you have questions for me or Bacon, go ahead and ask them, and we'll answer them. Hope to talk to Brian H. Kim, Darren F.C., anyone from the Star vs. Forces of Evil staff, and yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep because we're almost there. Un poquito. We're almost there because this year's about to end, and the next one's coming up. So
Keep those fingers crossed.
keep those fingers crossed. Our next episode, next week, we are going to review the other foreign exchange student, which is going to be an interesting to talk about, especially with everyone else's reactions to this episode.
Yeah.
Any
Well,
any final thoughts, Bacon?
No, that's about it. I am curious as to, tackle the other foreign exchange student, because from what I've heard. So, yeah. It'll be an interesting one.
All right, thanks a lot. Hope you all had fun. Bacon, go ahead and sign us off.
All right. And of course, fan base, because I don't think we ever established a name.
No, I asked like twice, and it's never like, what do the Star vs. the Forces of Evil fandom call themselves? I voted for Laser Puppies, but whatever.
Okay, I got it. My fellow Muni, what would you call the citizens of Muni?
Mumins, like humans, but
Mumin.
instead of M-E instead of H-U, so it's Mumins.
My fellow Mumins, we'll be seeing you in the next episode. So, thanks, and say it with me now. Thanks again.
But what if I don't want to be a Mumin? What if I'm like a monster or a human? Because like there's. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you signed us off. Sorry.